What is up, everybody? Supreme Kyle here. Today I'm bringing you guys my current graded trading card collection worth about $8,000. Give or take, have some of my best cards out here. So I think I'm just going to go right into the video, showcase my highest end cards, and then work my way all the way down to the lowest valued graded cards. It's going to be mostly PSA cards. I think I have 2 graded BGS cards. Again, mainly, sports related. It's going to be basketball, football, some soccer, as well as some Pokemon in here as well. So if you guys do enjoy this content, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, all that. I should have some more videos up here, very shortly. So let's get this started. All right, our first card. A huge card. And one of my more recent pickups here. A 2003 Topps Chrome LeBron James rookie PSA 8. Absolutely insane looking card. I've wanted this card for a long time, but again, with kind of the spike in trading card prices, this card was, really highly priced here for a while. I think some 8s were going all the way up to like $6,000, give or take, but just such a cool card of LeBron James. Obviously his rookie year, very, very desirable looking card here. This probably currently goes for about $2,000 to $2,500. I'd say probably the average price is probably about $2,300 for this card, but just such an iconic looking card. The chrome looks absolutely amazing, and LeBron is just a great investment going forward, since he's one of the best, if not the best, to ever play basketball. So moving on to our second card here, it's going to be a Shadowless Charizard from 1999, a PSA 6, absolutely beautiful. It really is a clean looking card. I think there's just probably some surface kind of issues here that bump down the grade to a 6, but again, just being that it is shadowless just makes it more and more desirable, more rare, less of them obviously out there, and especially in a decent kind of condition here. I think this card goes for about $800 to $1,000, but Charizard just being such an iconic Pokemon, a lot of people's favorite of all time. I remember just being a kid and kind of having these different Charizards. I'm not sure if I had a Shadowless, but just kind of playing with them, having fun, and always wanted to kind of trade, for the Charizard. So just such a fun card, so nostalgic, so iconic, and, glad to have it kind of here in my collection. And our third card up here, another basketball card. Absolutely love the look of this card with the red, white, blue Prism. It's going to be a 2018 rookie Panini Prizm Luka Doncic. PSA 9, and I was thinking, I basically wanted a Luca rookie Prism card, and I was thinking about just getting the base, but I kind of found this red, white, blue Prism to be not that much more than kind of just a base PSA 9. Obviously, there's going to be kind of less of these than the actual base card, and the silver, just regular version, is way too pricey for me. But I think this card is around, let's say, $500 to $600. I think the average price is probably about $550 for this, but just such a clean looking design. Luca obviously has so much potential here to really turn into one of the all-time greats here, but just such a clean looking card here. And our next card here, it's going to be our first football, or at least American football card. It's going to be a Jalen Hurts Silver Prism Auto. The card graded a PSA 9. The auto was a PSA 10 here. Obviously, being a big Eagles fan and, supporting Jalen Hurts, which has been kind of, bumpy so far here with the Eagles, the different play calling, and they just haven't been playing well as Jalen kind of not having the best kind of passing accuracy, here so far. It's definitely been challenging. So this card's definitely more of a speculation on saying, hey, I think Jalen Hurts is going to be the future for the Eagles, but just absolutely love the look of this year's kind of Prism football, and of course getting the auto on there just makes it even more rare, more desirable. Again, I think this card's probably $500 to $600. Again, it's really going to depend on his performance, kind of in a given week. I mean, it can go up $100, $200. It can go down $200 just kind of as easily here. And I think that's one important thing to note here is that these prices are just kind of my thoughts. Obviously, the prices are going to fluctuate over time, over different players' performance, desirability, all those sorts of things. And I mean, you might also think, hey, that card's worth less or worth more. But I think that's kind of something fun about collecting. Everyone has their own kind of thoughts and kind of input. All right, moving on to my card that I actually just got back from PSA, and I think I should be posting that reveal video before I kind of post this, or else that would kind of make no sense. But a 2020 Lamela Rookie of the Year Contenders PSA 10 Flashback from PSA. Really haven't seen many of these graded at all. I think I've seen like a 9. I don't think I've seen any 10s on this. I'd have to check out the population report to kind of see how many have been graded. But again, not being able to kind of see the value. I think this card's probably worth $400 to $500. Could be more, could be less. Again, it's very hard to compare to since there aren't any kind of comparable sort of sales. But again, LaMelo, really going to be a promising player for years to come in the league. And, I'm obviously a big fan, so that's why I kind of am collecting his cards, at least right now. And if you haven't seen my past videos, obviously getting a lot of his NBA Hoops cards and some other cards as well. Getting those back from PSA have surprisingly graded pretty well. I've had a lot of PSA 10s, which has been awesome. But again, LaMelo Rookie of the Year Contenders, PSA 10, probably $400 to $500. And going right off the back of that, my other LaMelo graded card that I just recently got back, a 2020 Contenders Lottery Ticket, PSA 10, LaMelo. Again, very low population on this. I think I've only seen one PSA 10. None of them have sold. I think the guy wants like $700 on eBay. So I think this is probably worth $400, $500. Kind of in that range. It's going to be hard to kind of say until someone actually, sells it. I think this card could certainly go up if LaMelo, has a great season. So just a really cool looking design here. The holo really kind of pops, especially on this card. Next card up here, another Jalen Hurts. And one of my favorite Prism designs, the Hyper Prism, and especially with it kind of being kind of that green match to the Eagles jersey, looks absolutely amazing. This one's a PSA 9 here, guys, and it's also numbered. It's going to be a little bit hard to see there, but this one is 46 out of 175. I think it's always great to collect numbered cards because you basically can say, hey, there's only going to be 100, 200, however many of these cards, and then they're all going to probably grade slightly different. I'm sure some 10s, some 9s, 8s, kind of all that. So I think it's just fun to grade the number cards. Those usually, demand a higher kind of price here as well. I think this card is probably worth $250 to $350. Again, it's going to fluctuate a lot depending on his performance. And, if, he actually is kind of that QB1 going forward for the Eagles. Still a lot of time to tell. A lot of people kind of on both sides. I'm certainly optimistic, and that's why I'm collecting his cards, that he's going to be pretty good, get some of these accuracy issues down. But, he's really a great, running quarterback. It's just kind of getting that passing side down, and I think getting the right play calls and all that to work towards his strengths here as well. But the Jalen Hurts Hyper Prism out of 175 PSA 9. Our next card up here, another Jalen Hurts. I think this is my last one, but it's my, I guess the first one I'm showing you guys as a BGS or Beckett graded card. It got an 8.5. It's a Panini encased rookie dual swatch signatures out of 50. Jalen Hurts on card auto there as well. He's got the inscription Go Birds down there. This is numbered 13 out of 50. Again, you also get the dual kind of patch there. Both the patches are white, but just such a cool looking card here. I think the encase is a really good idea of having, some of those cards already, graded, especially with the turnaround times with PSA and, Beckett and really everyone kind of in the industry right now. I think it was just a really good idea to have kind of the encased, series come out and then, not having to worry about getting it graded, or especially with these thick cards, they usually grade not too well, which is kind of why you got the 8.5 fresh from, Panini here, straight to Beckett. So, but just a really cool card. Love having the kind of on-card auto there as well. The inscription just kind of adds to it, especially being numbered, and can't go wrong with kind of the patches there to kind of make it the RPA. But again, really hoping Jalen Hurts performs well. So these cards kind of go up. I think this card's probably worth, let's say, probably $250, somewhere kind of in that range. All right, and our next card up here, one of my favorites in my collection, the 2012 Prism LeBron James PSA 9. This card is so shiny with the chrome. It was the first year of Prism here for basketball, and it just looks absolutely amazing there. Of course, LeBron in his Miami Heat jersey, pretty much prime LeBron James, who was just an absolute beast on the court. Just such a cool looking design, very clean, Love this card. Again, not nearly, kind of the same price as it once was, 6 months ago, let's say, where it was probably going for, close to $600-700, I bet. Right now, this is going for about $250 to $350, somewhere in that range. But the 2012 first-year Prism LeBron James PSA 9. Another LeBron card here, and recently back from PSA. This was the third card I'd sent, into PSA and basically just got back. A 2020 Prizm LeBron James Prism Flashback. This is the fast break disco version here in a PSA 9. Just such a cool looking design there. I mean, there's just so much going on with the color in the background there. Absolutely love it. Again, LeBron in his Lakers uniform this time. Just such a cool looking design, and it really makes you reminisce on the 2012, just given kind of that, that silver chrome, background finish kind of throughout. I think this card, again, it's really hard to say because there really isn't comparable sales, but probably $250 to $300, somewhere kind of in that range. And our next card up here, a 2020 Panini Donruss Lamela Ball rookie in a PSA 10. Such a clean looking card here. Again, just absolutely love kind of the photo used there where Lamelo's about to shoot or pass. But really just a great looking card here. Cleanly centered. Really no issues with this card. I believe I packed this card as well as I sent it over to PSA. I think it was in one of my earlier return videos there, but currently goes for about $250, give or take. On to another football card, and something definitely a bit different here for me. A 2019 Panini Select DK Metcalf rookie signature kind of patch, so an RPA here. Really just such a cool looking design here, and I always thought DK was going to be an absolute monster here, and I picked up this card I think for like $150, already graded. Obviously have the signature in the patch there in his rookie year. I thought it was definitely undervalued for what it was, so I decided, hey, why not just kind of buy this card and kind of invest and speculate that he's going to perform well. He's certainly been doing pretty good so far this year. It is only a PSA 8, but again, with some of these more thick cards, they become a lot harder to kind of grade there. Just absolutely love the design of this card. DK is an absolute monster on the field. I think he will be for years to come. The guy is just absolutely ripped, so I would expect this card to really only kind of go up in value. Right now, probably about, let's say, I don't know, $250 to maybe even upwards of $350 kind of on this card. All right, next up we have a Ja Morant Net Marvels 2019 rookie here, PSA 9. This design is absolutely insane looking. Kind of like the comic book, type of design there where they're almost like superheroes. So definitely had to have this card when I saw it pop up on here. It's probably worth, let's say, again, another $200 to $250. A lot of these cards coming up are probably going to be very similar there, but just love Ja Morant's game. Think he's going to be, again, another very promising young player. And kind of to go along with that, I have a 2020, so the next year after, Marvel set here, LeBron and James PSA 9. So you can tell kind of the difference in the years. I certainly prefer this one for LeBron versus his 2019 because it's just him in kind of more of like an action type of mode, here. But just absolutely love the Net Marvels, kind of set. Pretty sure I did open a hobby box of this. Again, the Net Marvels are only in kind of the hobby boxes. And I think I actually did pull a LeBron card. I'm not sure if it was this one or a different, variation on there. I mean, I basically just end up opening so many cards. It's like you slowly start to forget about what you're actually, opening. But probably very similar value to this Ja Morant, to where it's, probably $200 to $250. Another card you've probably seen in my past, PSA graded video. This one we have a 2008 Panini Uefa Cristiano Ronaldo Champions League sticker, PSA 9. Obviously love Cristiano Ronaldo. I think he's, one of the best to ever do it in terms of soccer or European football, however you want to kind of say it. But just such a clean card. Obviously being a big Manchester United supporter as well. It's great to see him back at the club. He's having an incredible, season so far. Really hard to kind of price this as well, given that it has a low population. I'll have to check kind of the pop for you guys over at PSA. But this card, probably $200, somewhere in that range. I think I saw a 10 sell for $300 to $400 So I think that's probably like a fair kind of value for this card. Another soccer football card up here. We have a 2019 Topps Chrome UCL Jadon Sancho, numbered to 99 future stars. I think this one is 16 out of 99. It's going to be a little bit hard there to kind of see. PSA 9. Again, being a Manchester United supporter, had to have this card as well. Sancho really hasn't been playing, that well so far. Obviously, I have high hopes for him, and this card's going to go up in value if he does end up playing well. If he doesn't, then it's going to be worth not very much here in the near future. This is probably worth around $100 right now. Again, if he ends up playing, very well, this could easily go up $250. But right now, kind of as it sits, probably a $100 card. Second to last card here, we have a 2006 Panini Gold Cristiano Ronaldo World Cup that was in Germany that year. I believe this is one of the insert cards from 2006, not his actual kind of base card. One of my lower graded cards, a PSA 7, but just such a great looking kind of action shot. And obviously being from one of the earlier World Cups that Cristiano played in, thought it was just such a nice card to add to my collection. Again, this card's pretty cheap, probably around $100, but just kind of a fun, different card to have, in my collection. And my last card here, it's also my other BGS graded card, a Ja Morant 2019-20 Panini Mosaic Fast Break Silver here. And it got a BGS 9. You can also see the subgrades there. 9 centering, 9 edges, 9.5 corners, 8.5 surface. It's one thing I definitely like from Beckett that that you can actually have an option to put on the subgrades. I think it's just a really cool thing to have there. This one I actually won, I think, from a break. To where we were pulling, different cards. Different graded cards we could kind of choose between. So that's how I kind of acquired this card. Probably my lowest valued card in my collection. I'd say this card's, again, maybe $75 to $100, somewhere in that range. So that's all my graded cards I currently have, guys. Again, it probably is worth about $8,000, give or take. Could be a little bit more, could be a little bit less, depending on the actual time you're watching this video. And of course, I think my collection is going to be changing over time. If you didn't see my last video, definitely go check that out on my PSA graded collection. It looks a lot different than where it is now, and I'm sure in a year's time, 2 years, 5 years, I'm sure I'm going to have a much different collection as well. But if you guys did enjoy the content, you want to see some more trading card content, be sure to subscribe to the channel, leave a like on the video, comment below, all that stuff. I definitely appreciate any support I can kind of get, and that helps me certainly make some more videos for you guys here as well. So again, hope you enjoyed the video, and until next time, peace.